Hello and welcome to Alfriston Clergy House, the first house saved by the National Trust in 1896. The house is important to the Trust because its successful restoration paved the way for everything the charity has done since. Visitors don't normally come through this magnificent doorway, which dates back to 1400. Today we're going to use this historic key to give you exclusive access inside. When the National Trust became aware of this house, Octavia Hill came down to visit, and even though it was in a state of disrepair, she wrote later to a friend of the pleading voice of the old building itself, wanting to be left to tell its story to the days that are to come. And that sums up why she wanted to save the house. After a year of negotiations, the house was finally purchased on the 16th of April 1896 for the price of £10. The house needed a great deal of repairs, particularly the roof, which they needed to make watertight and soon. The National Trust worked out it would cost around £350 to repair the house. As a newly formed charity, that meant they needed to fundraise, and this became the first fundraising campaign of the National Trust. Octavia Hill did not want to waste any money. Any money that was fundraised, she wanted to make sure was spent and that the work that was done would last. This small property had a profound influence on where the Trust is today. This house and its conservation played an important role in the National Trust development. Octavia Hill herself was put in charge of the project and of saving the building.
Dear Sydney, I dare say you know all about the 14th century clergy house at Alfriston in Sussex. As I understand, it is offered to the National Trust, and the question of acceptance came up at our executive committee on Tuesday. We would, very naturally, be asked to restore it. As far as that odious word means, preserve from decay, of course we should wish to do so.
Though there was a risk of the project failing due to the National Trust's struggle to raise funds to pay for it, if these efforts had failed, it is possible the National Trust may never have acquired another building again. Because of this conservation effort, 125 years later, we are still doing what we set out to do. We have a carving of an oak leaf on the beam here in the hall. Many visitors think that was the origin of the symbol of the National Trust today, but actually it wasn't. There was a competition in 1936 and a gentleman called Joseph Armitage designed the emblem of the National Trust that we still use today. So sadly not our oak leaf, but it's still a lovely story. We are starting to reopen our historic houses and collections, and we can't wait to welcome you back. For more information on what's open and how to book to guarantee entry, please visit our website.